Here we go, game number 1 has started. It is 1-0 versus Fuji. Here we see our bracket once again. If he wins this and Focus wins this, we get a pretty cool Undead Orc in the winner bracket semi-final. Our first match is an Undead versus Orc as well, with a guy that we really don't know. Fuji, we haven't seen him ever. There we go. And let's see what he can bring to the table against the strongest Undead in the world. 1-0. Of course, this is once again the round of 32. We're taking it a little lighter here, as long as we have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Or we just don't cast at all. That's also fine with me, Remo. No problem.
I wonder if he's gonna play something outside the box. Or gonna stick with the meta. We saw a lot of unusual strats so far in this qualifier. And I think we both are advocates of underdogs, trying to use that side. How likely is it really that you're gonna be able to defeat 1-2-0 in the standard game? Not too likely if you ask me. The one thing here to look forward to from the Undead is in qualifier games, he has been known to play very weird strats himself. And of course he can back it up with magnificent skill to make it not even look so bad. Games against Colorful or Shishi or somebody, a decent night elf, not a top night elf, but a decent night elf, for example, on TM, he played Necromancers against. Won that game as well. So we may see some interesting stuff here coming out of him against this no-name.
Yeah, we had to pick like between the Focus game and the 1-0 game. And this is why I picked the 1-0 game, because I'm exactly hoping for something like that, like maybe Cripple or whatever. We have seen Cripple yesterday, by the way, and Frenzy. So that would be cool. On the other side, Fuji in the upper right here on Last Refuge. Standard build with 1 Burrow, Shop, Grunt, and Blade Master. No super cheese here.
Yeah, looks so far so standard. In the Asian scene, the fast Fiend build is rotating more and more out of favor. Kind of surprised to see it here. LR is a map where you can play both fairly well. Fast DK or late DK. And here 1-0 is electing to go for the late DK, go for the Fiends first. This means that most likely you are more guaranteed to find level 2 without any problems. If you play fast DK and the Orc is very aggressive against you and does it very well, that's a lot of ifs, of course, but if all that happens, then sometimes you can be stuck on level 1 for a while. And then, if it's an old school Orc and he goes for boots, that can become a little annoying. But that's not really happening. Blade Master went for his first creep camp, at least the first ogre, and got the gloves, got the circlet from the shop, of course. And now we're gonna get this high priest as well.
Alrighty, decent start for Fuji, I think. Also, the Watcher Wars will help him. More information is always helpful. Good stats here as well. Close to level 2. His tech has started and is fairly ahead. 1-0 is still on tier 1. Doesn't have the lumber for the tech just yet.
Yeah, he misclicked there. One of the ghouls was standing still, not harvesting lumber for a while. Good thing that happens against a player like this, I guess.
Question in chat here. Why do pros always pick the same race? Isn't counterpicking a thing in Warcraft 3? Sorry for the question, I'm new here.
That's a good question, though. Counterpicking is a thing in a lot of other esports games, like Dota especially, when it comes to drafting. Counterpicking is kind of what it's all about. But in Warcraft 3, there's so many details you have to know on the highest level for your race. Like countering, it's not only about countering your opponent's army, but also the way to get there, the timings, the creep routes, the expansion, the pressure, how to stay alive, how to attack. It's so many things to know, and it's almost impossible to get that all down for every race, and then to execute at the same time is even harder to do. There's very few players who can play 2 races very well. To play 4 races very well, no, you have to be like the Mozart of Warcraft.
Absolutely. Some people can do it. 1-2-0 can play Orc, for example. Infi as well. TH can play basically everything on high level. But apart from that, there's nobody really doing that.
Yeah, and it's not like, let's say you play Orc at 100% of your skill, and you play Undead on 80% of your skill, right? Those 20% difference are going to be more of a weakness to you than the matchup advantage for a map is going to give you.
Exactly. Well said, Remo. Good pressure on the DK here, who got his unholy aura now. There was a grunt kill earlier, so that's not supposed to happen. But, you know, Fuji shouldn't be on the level of 1-2-0, so this can happen. 4 Fiends on the bell, that's good damage. He's pressuring the Blade Master, who only has 1 self. So I like this decision by 1-2-0.
First blood here might be coming in with a good Fiend block. This Grunt, even without the DK to chase, will fall. More experience to the Death Knight. He's low HP though. The Blade is chasing him kind of. That last heal cell that he had is running. Almost got cancelled. Sentry Ward positioning here is giving the Orc very good intel as to what's going on. But with that intel, he wasn't able to do too much. No Fiend kill. Instead, it was a Grunt loss. He is keeping the Undead from creeping, but it's not like he's ahead in experience.
Right. We do have a tier 3 tech on the way, and a steal by 1-2-0. This is what he's known for. Skeleton scouting and usage plus last hits on creeps, and that was quite a big investment of time for Fuji. And now the DK close to level 3, and this next run kill here, fairly one-sided so far. He can kill it with a coil if he wants to. Doesn't get the experience because the creeps were a little faster.
A good deny at least from Fuji, but 2 grunts lost in the early.
Yeah.
No return kills. That, I don't have to tell you guys, you know. That's very bad already.
Don't lose a grunt in the early game, they say. The third one is already hurt. Shadowhunter is out now. This is usually a scary timing with the disable, but he's absolutely lacking damage. So 1-2-0 can be very confident in his creeping and his movement.
Yeah, speed scroll. He has the vision here from the sentry. There's a hex. Shouldn't be enough damage before the TP, or is it? Ooh, with a crit, he may have gotten that actually. He's chasing further into the main. Is this enough damage to actually kill this Death Knight off? He needs 1, 2, 3, 1 more hit, and he's gonna get it! Is the Blade Master gonna get out though? He's out of mana, and actually 1-2-0 is not opting for the surround. Could have perhaps had an opportunity there. But hey, that's a nice way back into this game.
Indeed, well played by Fuji. Bloodlusted there, kind of. Really wanted that DK kill that was presented on kind of a silver platter. And what a good call from me, right? To say, oh, he's safe now, there's not enough damage.
Yeah, he invested the 2 speed scrolls, and those can be very effective here in the mid game. Usually the Undead always relies on Frost Armor, of course, to stay safe in the mid, but speed scrolls are the counter to it. But they have a long cooldown, so you may have another one now, but I think it's still on cooldown. But after that, it's going to take quite a while for the next. Oh, wow. He is feeling that he's enough ahead in this game with his super fast tier 3 to Tiny Great Hall already on 33 supply.
Okay.
This is the fastest one I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, this will be hard to defend, I think.
He has 2 grunts. That's his army.
You know the DK is benched for a little, but it's 5 Fiends, Statue, Lich on a good level plus heal wards. Not gonna be easy for sure.
Alright, he's got a TC now. So that's something, but this is not an army capable of fighting or defending at all. Like, Frost Armor itself defeats this army. Question is if this goes unscouted. And once again, this is, you know, playing the game that you're in. You're playing against the best Undead in the world. You're kind of a no-name. You have to kind of take risks. You have to hope for mistakes on his side. And that is in that line of thinking, and it does make sense.
Yeah, I agree. Nice inventory, by the way, on the Blade Master. Triple gloves, circlet, and boots of Korthalas. Good damage and insane attack speed, especially once he gets the lightning orb. This is gonna result in a lot of purges. Oh, but the Lich as well. Invo potion, heal wards, and the big mana pot. That's certainly nice. And he got the DK level 3 as well. Both
And
players
the
very well
skeleton
equipped.
sees the expansion now. So the jig is up. And yeah, 3-3 Undead Heroes already. The next consumable is another Greater Mana. Ooh, baby. Did he sell it? He sold the Greater Mana. Alright, we as Undeads must now renounce 1-0. He just sold a Greater Mana potion. That's the cardinal sin.
Yeah, my heart broke a little there. We do have a Pit Lord, 3rd hero for Howl of Terror. And Raider finds the army, doesn't want to engage into the fight just yet. TC only level 1. There's 1 invul. but a full mana SH. Expansion is starting to pay off, but for how much longer?
And not really yet. So he got it with 2 grunts. Now he has 2 grunts and 3 grunts and a raider. Better, but certainly not good. Normally you want to take out the statues as quickly as you can, but as you have the damage for that, you need a lightning orb. Normally, doesn't have one. There's no shop here. Does he have the time to go back to the main? I'm not so sure. Kolnova executes that raider. And the Pit Lord in the front line. Such a great tank. And here comes the Howl. Didn't get stomped on the DK, so he can still heal his 3rd hero. Easily heals him up. He's tanking all the damage. Statues in the back. Healing so well. There's so little control here with only one answer to use that has a long cooldown. The TC. The next Kolnova will kill him off. There's a heal wave, but that's not good enough because it's only level 1. Does very little in the late game. And despite this expo, this is not looking good at all for our friend Fuji.
Indeed, Kodo is coming in, he can take out one Fiend, yummy yummy. Nice call by 120 just before this Fiend dies and the Blade Master is attacking it with the Frost Armor on top, so he's slowed down. Another Grunt falls, the Lich is kind of hurt, but does he have the mana for Hex? He does. Could go for it. Spreading the damage on both heroes here, not ideal for sure.
Dude, this attack speed on the Blade is really good, like despite the Frost Armor, he's attacking very fast.
It looks like a custom game, right? With all the attack speed.
Yeah, but like even with that, you know, DK kill, hero kill is not everything. It's, that expo, I like the play in the end though. You know, he had to have that thing had to be unscouted for 2 minutes, and then maybe he can win this. But 120 is normally too good with his skeleton scouting to let something like that slip by. And as it is, the expo's taken out. It has paid off, yes. But it also cost a lot of grunt lives in the process.
And time.
Yeah.
Time is gold, Remo. You know that. Boom. Down it is. That was kind of the win condition for Fuji. Heal wards for him as well. And a lightning orb. He sold one of the gloves for that. Understandable. You don't really need 3 gloves, especially if you have Boots of Kurpalas. Because everything above 3 gloves is not really worth it anymore.
Did you do the maths on that, Neo?
Yeah, it's kind of like flattens out.
I don't know how it works. If it's like additive, multiplicative, diminishing returns, whatever. I got no idea. Creepjack here coming in. No kills yet. The Lich holding on to his mana here, who's by the way close to level 4. SH still not level 3. That is long overdue, man. You need that in the late game. Good position here for 120 as well. Coil in time. Stomp is gonna be real nice here, to be honest. He's gonna have another one after that, but there was the Boro before the Stomp, so the Fiend's safe. So far, no units lost. Kodo's coming in to try to devour. Doesn't quite work. Another really nice Stomp, and with that, he does get off the devour. But now, how does he find more kills? He finds his own death as the Blade Master makes its way into the grave after that invul was over. TP out on the TC, realizing that he would have to evacuate here pretty soon. Got that earlier. Gets another Fiend. Honestly, Fuji's playing this pretty well. Problem's just he's playing against 120.
Exactly. He's like a, I would say, tier 4 player. And for that, playing against the best undead in the world, quite an accomplishment that he survived for that long. And it's not getting, super stomped. He's getting some kills. He got a hero kill in this game. That's nice. Would love to know how old he is.
Buyback on the Blade. Still level 3 SH. That's a problem still. Heal ward coming in here. Nice positioning. Quickly dispelled though by that Destroyer up in the air. Destroyer is so hard to take out when you have such little piercing damage. There's the Blade Master and Kodos, yes, but that is it. Destroyer will tank for a long time. In the meanwhile, the Undead's rest of the army is safe, and the statues here are doing way more than they're supposed to be. Yeah. The top orcs will always focus on the statues. Run in with a speed scroll if you have to, ensnare, take them out. Those are the most important targets. But these statues of 120 are healing and healing and regenning and regenning. And once again, an engagement doesn't go the orcs' way.
Indeed, we have level 4 DK, level 3 Pit Lord, level 4 Lich, so he has infinite mana basically. This one, TC dies. It's not gonna last long, I think, until we call this GG. The Kodo Beast tries to eat, but gets killed before. He just wants a second hero kill, I guess. But 1-0 says no, and wins the game. Seemingly easy, smooth sailing for the two-time GCS champion.
Yeah, was scary for a moment there when 1-0. I don't know, was that overconfidence maybe? Didn't care, didn't pay too close attention to the SH timing, because that's what can happen. SH can come out, double throw speed, hex your DK, focus him after the TP. He can still chase you. I know that as a ladder player, that happens a lot to me. But when it happens to 1-0, it doesn't really make a difference. Too much was lost in the early game as well.
Yeah.
But after all in all, I think it was pretty good showing by the Orc.
I agree.
But, yeah. He has a tough draw here in this one.
It's like when you lose 2 grunts in the early game, then what can you do? I think he did his best from what he could from that point on.
If you can trade them, of course, against Fiends, then it's totally fine. But if you get nothing in return...
Yeah, and then there's 5 Fiends, and they're pretty good damage dealers. So, very, very hard to get something done at this point.
Yes. It's his map choice now. Is this where he grabs into the bag of lame? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Twisted Metals, perhaps, is a map where Raider lame is oftentimes a thing. Liquid Fire Bats even could be coming out. We already saw those yesterday. Not to the greatest success, but yeah, I would like to see him try something unusual. Maybe some Farseer Windriders play. Maybe that can catch him off guard.
Wyvern play can be really good if executed well. But most of the time, new players play standard. So I don't expect anything like that. Mass Raiders, certainly doable. Like Soen showed a lot of times that he can get some maps, also against 1-2-0 with this. What's going on in the background? We are.
I think it's the children outside.
How was church, by the way?
Making noise again. Real good. We talked about, God. Jesus and Mary and Joseph and salvation, the afterlife. Good. I'm kind of sad that you're gonna be down in hell and I'm gonna be up in heaven. No. I'm gonna have my land party area there, but you heathen, you're gonna be s'moring in eternal hellfire. Too bad.
Yeah, sorry to. I don't believe that. I think I'm gonna be reborn as a mosquito. I'm gonna be so super annoying.
You little piece of shit.
I would be a very good mosquito, I think.
If I could wish extinction to one species on the planet, it would be mosquitoes, dude. Goddamn mosquitoes. So, what do you want to do then, huh? There's no more mosquitoes, Neo. What you gonna be reborn then as?
Maybe.
Wait. Are you actually saying that you would? The thing that you would most like to be reborn is a mosquito? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
How stupid is that, dude? You live for like 3 weeks. You have a 90% chance every night of getting smashed.
Nah, come on.
And you're so stupid. Half of the time you fly against glass. Half your life is flying against glass.
Nah, I'm gonna be a smart mosquito. Did you play that PlayStation game, by the way? Was it called Mr. Mosquito or something?
No.
Like, the game was literally, you are a mosquito and you have to bite human people. Or humans. That was quite fun. I was really good at that, so I think I'm gonna be like a champion mosquito.
That's why you want to be a mosquito. You just want to be good at something. Now I understand.
Yeah, just one time. Just once.
I would definitely want to be something that can fly, like pretty generic answer.
Like a mosquito.
Mosquito doesn't fly. It kind of hovers. It kind of hovers. And it flies at like 2 miles an hour. I want to be something that flies fast. To feel the wind in my face.
Feel the wind in my face.
Feel the wind in my face.
Next time I'm putting the hairdryer in your face and you can feel the wind. Let's see how great that is. Ooh, we got a
Then
donation.
then I sing into it. Whoa. You know I'm a great singer.
I know that, man. Karaoke with Remo is always fun, for us at least. Morloon1137, 11 euro donation. Thanks for streaming Warcraft 3, longtime fan of Warcraft, and I feel happy that there's people like you that show it still. Thank you very much for watching, man, and still following this awesome, awesome game. Deserves
so much. And another sub as well by, that's a difficult one to pronounce. Sieve9, maybe? Thank you so much, man. Welcome. Yeah, we have a long day of Warcraft ahead of us here. I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as we will. And not only today, but also next week. Neo, next week. How many days are we going to be casting?
6 out of 7. Only Monday is the day off. On Tuesday, we have the Masters Coliseum Korean qualifier. On Wednesday, we have the Masters Coliseum Open Wildcard qualifier. Basically a worldwide qualifier. From Thursday to Sunday, every day WGL. We're going to conclude this very July qualifier. On Sunday, we have Rust Brain Cup qualifier number 2. It's going to be a packed week.
Hell yeah. Apparently the overlay is wrong, by the way.
Yes. Working on it. There we go. Fixed.
For once here, the Blade Master creep route is not going towards the middle for the claws right away. I feel like that's what normally we always see. But not here. One borrow attack from the Orc. This time it is the fast DK, not the fast Fiend as it was the case before. And this is where sometimes the 4 Ghoul Shade, maybe even Worm strat comes into play, but at the moment it's only 3 of the Ghouls, so it looks to be more conservative.
He doesn't want to give his tactics away, Remo, you know? Saving tactics like mouse boards back in the day.
Which mouse boards? Counter-Strike mouse boards?
Yeah, it was like a meme on Readmore back then. Oh, there!
This is round! This was really close. Dude, once again, like he has so many moves which are close to really good, just that doesn't quite work out.
It was like a meme on Readmore that every time when mouseboards lost, they was they lost this on purpose, man. They're just saving tactics for the next big tournament.
Ah, I see. Did you watch the ESL 1 Cologne Counter-Strike tournament?
Unfortunately not, man. I was busy with something.
Yeah,
but I heard it was great.
Yeah, I was casting. It was like a German team in the final. It's pretty cool. And also kind of unusual. I thought the Germans were shit at Counter-Strike. Really cool that Gob B and his boys made it to that final at least.
Yeah, Gob must be like 600 years old by now.
I mean, he didn't start from the very beginning, Counter-Strike 1.6. He came in pretty late.
Okay.
Because because I started off my competitive career with Counter-Strike before Warcraft 3, boys. When I was in 6th grade or so, I was playing a lot of CS and I had a team and we played ESL. I mean, we were still kind of bad, of course. But for amateur-wise, like, you know, little scrubs, we were kind of okay. Did he steal that with a grunt?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh.
Blocking him again. Just a little free damage, though.
Dude, these items on the DK are perfect.
Yep.
It's the nuts, as they say.
The dream, especially the Lich will be happy. He's going to be +9 right from the bat. Mantle also good for the DK for a little more mana. But on the other side, the Blade Master is also very good with 2 circles and a claw.
But you can control the Blade Master with Frost Armor. You cannot control the Lich. He does whatever he wants. He's a baller. And here he comes. Question is how quickly is the Ana gonna go tier 3? How greedy does he feel? 2 Fiend tier 3. That's pretty greedy, but that's how we know 1-0 to be. And there it is.
Alright. On the other side, we have tier 3 tech as well. At the same time, Blade Master only level 2, and he's getting creep jacked. This time he doesn't lose the grunts in the early game, so that's a little improvement.
Why are they not playing the new patch? Someone's asking. Because it's still getting tested. Because it's in the public test realm. It's not live yet. Would be pretty unfair if the humans had to play with that defend, dude. Yeah, defend is really broken at the moment, guys. Probably gonna get changed. I hope at least.
Mana Stone. 1-0 is really lucky.
Yeah, dude, these items are actually perfect.
Yeah. I think I can say that defend is gonna get changed. That's not too big of
The
a...
Back to Warcraft exclusive, guys.
Yes.
Write it down. Write it down. Tell Matt Morris, get Neo into trouble.
No, I think it's, like, this bug was way, way, way too big.
Yeah,
To then nerf
80% more damage. That is just ridiculous. Yeah, that had to get changed. So, is this a greater mana or what?
Oh, so
Well, maybe
sick.
he's gonna sell one of them again. Who knows? Alright, wait. Mantle of Intelligence. Let's go.
Lol.
No way! No way! This is... What? This is 5 perfect items in a row.
Remo Stradamus, man. So sick, this prediction.
No, it's 6 perfect items. It's claws, double mantle, this circlet, and the double consumables. This is... oh man, he's using up all of his RNG for the next month, dude. It's all in this game.
Absolutely where he needs it. Remo the Farseer. Oh man, this poor Fuji. How does he want to win a fight against the DK with 600 plus mana?
Alright, what do you say? What's the best item here? The rope's really good. The flute's really good.
Yeah.
The Sobi's really good. Those are definitely the best ones.
I think with the two big mana items, rope would be the best.
I think flute would be the best. Alright, this one's definitely bad. Alright, not 100% perfect items, unfortunately.
Lady Luck is leaving him. Has enough. TC, third hero, Warmill coming, more raiders. So far, I don't think Fuji has lost a unit, right? And we haven't had a big fight yet, so it's alright. This Lich is such a beast, plus 14 without an orb even. And I think 1-0 is expanding. Sends out an Acolyte.
Okay. Does he want to expand top right?
Yeah.
Is he actually being super BM and he wants to expand his opponent's natural? That would be such a dick move.
I don't know. Usually in China they don't do that. But 1-0 is still young, so maybe he wants to show off.
No third hero yet, by the way, for either of them. TC just came out. In the middle we have the Dark Ranger. And now we're on tier 3, and now stuff's gonna pick up. Oh baby, that damage. Goodbye, Raider. Level 3 for the Lich. Still with plenty of mana to use. Despite being only half mana. He's got such a big pool, dude. When I was young, I always wanted to have a swimming pool. Never got one. Feels bad, man. This SH is not gonna survive. The healer's gone. That's pretty bad. That was because of the bad positioning. On the second hero, Kodo moving into Munch, but perfectly timed the walk back on the Fiends. Oh, but he might get this DK TP at least. With a couple of purges, couple of crits, maybe even the kill. Whew, speed scroll. And he dies. Well.
And the Blade Master is still alive. Massive stomp, but that's the second hero kill for 1-0. I think he can win this even without the DK. Pretty sure about that, actually. 43 for supply versus 48 on paper. It doesn't look too bad. But yeah, building a tower there may not be the best idea. DK is back from the tavern. And he wants to put the nail in the coffin right now.
Yeah, still has that mana stone. Juicy. So he's gonna be full mana as well, even after the buyback, if he wants to. Where's the Acolyte, by the way? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Where'd he go?
I haven't seen him. Is he? No, he's not at the expansion. Maybe he was homesick and got back.
Trying for the DK once again. It's the only chance he has. Purge after purge. Purge gamers. That's not happening. Coil, Nova, and GG.
Yeah. Exactly. Only the G, but that's 2-0 for 1-0 as expected. And now we might get our dream match of 1-0 versus Focus. This will be, of course, another Undead versus Orc, but on a way different league. Focus won 2-1, apparently. Losing a map, interestingly. According to the admin chat. And we get another donation here. Hackbart Solo TV, 20 euros. We're sitting in Berlin. I think it's a rhyme, so I read this in German. Wir sitzen gerade in Berlin, die WC3-Zeit ist schon lange her, wir freuen uns über einen klasse Stream zweier Veteranen. Okay, it wasn't a rhyme. I should have read that before.
Neo the poet.
Yep, we're sitting in Berlin. The Warcraft 3 time is a long time ago, but we are very happy that there's such a nice stream of two veterans. Big greetings from Remo's mother. Hashtag Pimmelberger. Shout out for the Pimmelberger. And shout out, and thank you, of course, for the dono.
Yeah, I know you actually. There's this Bandit account, Remo's Mutter, right? I think that's him. And I must say, Mom, I saw you trolling Grubby on stream, and that wasn't very nice of you. What you said there. That's not how I was raised. I must say, I was feeling a little bit embarrassed. Not very nice of you. But thank you for the dono.
Yeah, we're off to a good start. We go into a small commercial break here, and then we're back with 1-0 versus Focus, the match that we are anticipating the most here.
Pissing the most?
Oh,
Let's go.
Man, just break.